Hey YouTube, how's it going? We're back with My Hero chapter 396. Really quick, if you liked the video from me, please, I greatly appreciate it. Now, we ended off with the Toga and Ochako stuff. Seemingly Toga giving up her life to save Ochako. I should turn that light on. Nah. Yeah, seemingly Toga giving up her life to save Ochako. We don't know if it's concrete yet, but that's where it was leading us to. And yeah, let's see where we move to next, because I'm pretty sure that battlefield is done. So let's see where we move on. My guess is, I don't know. My guess is All Might. I'm gonna guess All Might. Let's hop. All right, about to open up the chapter. Whoa! Good guess. Good guess. Good guess. Good guess. Good guess. Good guess. All right. It's funny how this almost makes sense, Night-Eye. Continue down this path, and you will encounter a villain. What awaits you then is an unspeakably gruesome death. A villain, you said. Who'd ever believe this young man was all for one? If your foresight quirk's prediction still holds true, then this is it. That much is clear. Oh boy. No. 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 20 minutes before the Toga Twice army faded away. They called this something different before. Because I was calling them the Toga Twices. That's what I would say. All the Toga Twices running around. And then they said the name before, and they didn't call them Toga Twices. I don't think it was Toga Twice anyway. And then they're calling it the Toga Twice. Somebody been watching. The Toga Twices. 20 minutes before the Toga Twice army faded away. I am here. It's Iron Man. Let me calm down. He's really Iron Man. He's really Iron Man. He's got that big goofy grin. Gotta show my mug, right? Always smile. Wow, and they're both smiling. He's Iron Man. Armored All Might. Iron Might. Iron Might. He's got is that a metal cape? 396 battle without a quirk. Dude, look. Roll camera Hercules. What the hell? Look at him. He looks sick. Wow. I can't believe this. I'll keep you updated on my battle. Tsukauchi. Oh. Breathe. 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 A whole power suit? And his car's the support item? Did someone say All Might versus All for One? Live stream! Why, you little... Not everything has to go on the internet. And what's streaming? What streaming? What? Streaming is your bankai? Wait. We're off... Wait. Where are you off to provide support for all? Given the state you're in, how? So you've chosen how you'll greet death? All the tools and gadgets in the world won't matter. A quirkless man could never hope to take on All for One. My stomach is flipping. Stop the stream, Aiba. All we'd be broadcasting is the brutal death of a former hero, stealing a few minutes of All for One's time to make sure his pupil's fight goes uninterrupted. All Might, the number one roadblock in my life. A toy worth mangling more than any other. Delaying my advance? A transparent ploy. You know exactly how this will play out. My stomach is flipping. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually not gonna. I don't want this. What are you smiling about? He's unhinged. So the car's so his support item, the car is called Hercules. Hercules Red. Whoa. Whoa. What the? Yo. What? Bro, that's crazy. Look at just the scale. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at the destruction. Look at the destruction. He took that and lived? Hercules' shields depleted by 66%. There will be no second time. Works for me. Oh no, All Might. No. Oh man, look at his arm. A mad charge. No dodging, his classic style. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, oh no. That only ever worked because you held one for all. Black Whip, Charge Bolt. Oh my. What? Not All Might having a support core made. What? No, oh my. Whoa. He's got cellophane. What? All Might. Oh man. My brain's kind of scrambled right now. I'm just antsy because I feel like anytime I flip the page, it just might be it. Alright, so he's shocking him. The electric current meddles with my regen. And he's like, and he's wind him in cellophane, so it's pulling him in. Ever since your final battle against my master, you've made a habit of kicking fights off with haphazard ranged attacks. Build up. Sugar Man, wow. You love wearing folks down before stealing their quirks. They've had too many encounters. One too many. So All Might's got like his whole MO built up. All Might, don't start babbling this to him. But that approach is meant for fighting those with quirks. Yeah, if there's nothing to steal, right? Wow, if there's nothing to steal, then All for One's whole game plan technically shouldn't work. But All Might, if this man swipes at you and gets a good lick in, I'm nervous, boy. I'm nervous, boy. Oh man, I'm nervous as hell. You still so gloomy about how this is gonna go, Mr. Cop? After all that I've witnessed from him, I should know the measure of the man who's kept us safe and whole. The suit and the car are here to keep me in this fight, if only for a bit. I came up with the specs and put in the design request. we've gone ahead, like we've already, like he's just further stating that the movies are canon. If you didn't want to believe it with Star, if you didn't want to believe it with the whole Bakugo thing, if you didn't want to believe it with anything else that showed up, Melissa's here. Like, it's like we all pretty much figured out that the what was it called, the mid gauntlets that he got during the Dark Deku arc, that they were from Melissa, but they only said someone from the United States. But we're just confirming it. We finally seen her. Back when you brought us to our knees, I had no choice but to take refuge over in the States. I made a friend there, excuse me. And these are the fruits of that bond. All that I've been blessed with will bear its weight against you. We've known each other long enough that you should realize something. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Not All Might using shoot style. Not once in my entire life have I gone into battle expecting to lose. Oh my. Not All Might. Not All Might doing a shoot style smash, kicking the hell out of him. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm scared. I'm fearful that that's about to be curtains. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid because this is a fight where all it takes is for All For One to land one hit and it's over. It's over. And it's like, I get it. All he's here to do is to buy time. But nope, I won't get emotional. No, I won't. Let me look back through this again. I won't get emotional. No, I will not. Really? Iron Might. Armored All Might. This is crazy. This is crazy. So now I'm looking at this. He said he called Hercules, which is the name of the support item. And then he says red, but we don't get to see like what he follows up with. But now that I'm looking, I'm looking at all the different quirks he's using. Like, I'm gonna assume that this is like Red Riot. It makes sense for Kirishima. Red Riot, he tanks the attack that All For One uses. My ear just got clogged up. What the heck? So he does Red Riot. He tanks it. He keeps going. He takes off. He goes in, he does Black Whip, which is Deku. And then he does Charge Boat, which is Kaminari. Then he does Cellophane, which is Zero. And then he does Sugar Man, which is, I actually don't know his name, Sugar Rush. Sugar Man is his hero name, but I don't know what his name is. What is Sugar Rush's name? There's like two kids, there's like maybe 2 or 3 kids from 1A that I don't remember their names. And Sugar Rush is Sugar Rush, MHA. What's his name? Sato. Okay, Sato. He does Cellophane, which is Zero. He does Sugar Man, which is Sugar Rush. That Sugar Man, I'm pretty sure Sato's hero name is Sugar Man, right? What does it say? Quirk, Sugar Rush. What's his hero? Yeah, Sugar Man. So he does that, and then he hops over and does Shoot Style. a shoot style smash. So you got, I'm guessing Kaminari, then Deku. No, I'm guessing Kirishima, Deku, Kaminari, Sero, Sato, Deku again. Yeah, that's my guess. So I'm guessing that Hercules and this iron armor that he's got is just chock full of all of the quirks from the 1A kids. That is my guess. So let me get a look at what he looks like. His hype beam, his Iron Man chest laser is gonna be Aoyama's late naval laser. He's gonna shoot that out. What else do we got? I don't know if we'll get any like explosion stuff for Bakugo or heat or ice generation for Shoto. I could see him having some crazy like light refractions for Invisible Girl. See that happen. I can't believe that Melissa's actually in the chapter. Maybe we could have like some acid shootout for Mina. I could see some sonic amplifications being built into the suit, maybe for Zero. I could see a lot of stuff being included in this suit, and in Hercules being the support item and everything that's happening with the car. Oh boy. Tsukauchi is all of us, right? Tsukauchi feels like a self-insert of the fans. They're freaking out, like, please don't broadcast this. It's just gonna be watching All Might get killed, and then you see All Might snapping out for a little bit. Now, the armor looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, it does look cool. Like I can't say that it doesn't look cool. It does look cool. It does. I can't say it doesn't. It does look cool. So what's up? So what was I saying? I was about to say something. Damn it. What was I gonna say? Oh no. It's gone. I had something to say. It was gonna be good. Fudge. I was going somewhere with this. I was mentioning the kids, all the different kids' techniques, and I was talking about the self-insert of us feeling like this about All Might. Okay, that's where I was going. So if we are investigating characters that have died / could die / should die, we have Dabi, who is still alive. We have no, you're here. I'm not gonna say that. We have a few people that are still alive that should be dead. We have some dead people that I wish were alive. Believe it or not, we have some dead people that are still alive. We have some people that are alive that you could argue should be dead. So if this goes the way that Night Eye foresaw it, do we keep him dead or do we Might Guy him? If you understand, you understand. If you understand that, you understand that. Because All Might, I think initially when going through the series, you would think that All Might would have died during the fight against All For One. That's something you would have thought would happen. But he didn't. And that was like the twist. Like the actuality is like All Might would have died against All For One back during Kamino. Like a lot of series would have done that, just went ahead and killed him. But no, they had All Might win that fight, and then All Might sticks around, and it's just like, oh man, All Might's here. I kind of didn't expect him to still be here. So now we fast forward to now, and it's been prophesied that All Might would die. Do you kill him? Or do you keep him alive? Me? Just speaking for me personally, right? Right? Speaking for me personally, I don't want All Might to die. All for One is not All Might. What? No, I was talking to the battle against All for One and All Might. The Camino battle in season 3. All for One and All Might. All Might versus All for One. I don't want him to die. I don't care if it makes sense for him to die. I don't want him to die. Just me personally, All Might's my favorite character. All Might was the character that I attached to. All Might was the reason why I fell in love with My Hero. Like, the reason why I like this series as much as I do is because of All Might. And then knowing, like, a lot of the issues that Hori was going through at the beginning of the series, and especially reading whenever the stage play came out. I mentioned this a few times. Whenever the stage play came out recently, either earlier this year or late last year, and he stated how he was going through issues during the summer arc with like editors and stuff, and would jump and everything. So he just elected to put the entire series on All Might's back, and lo and behold, that's a lot of people's favorite part from the series. The season 3, if you're anime watcher, the season 3 All Might versus All for One battle. Like that, it's just like he moved a couple things around and pushed it into that direction, and it ended up catapulting the series like a little more than what it was from that arc right there. And it was that arc where I felt like that was the arc I fell in love with My Hero. So knowing like some of the turbulence that happened around that, and then seeing where it took us, and Hori just literally putting the hope of the series on All Might and it cashing out and working, I don't want him to die, even if it makes sense for him to go. Right? Everything can point to him dying. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. I'm being very serious. I don't want to see that. That's one thing I don't want to see. That's one thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see, like, I'm dreading, like, getting the next chapter and All Might going to do something, and All for One swiping at him and landing a hit and doing damage. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if they actually do kill All Might, I would cry. I'm not lying. I'm very serious. I would cry. Thinking about it, it's like working me up a little bit. So I'm pumping the brakes on that. Pumping the brakes on that. I don't want to see All Might die. Like, even if All Might hasn't been relevant in terms of fighting. And what is this? It's almost chapter 400 in 300 chapters, right? Is that the case? I'm pretty sure it was around chapter 100 that stuff was happening. No? Actually, I don't remember when that stuff was happening. Hold on. I'm being stupid. Yeah, it was literally what chapter is this? The All Might versus All for One battle ended in chapter 94. So literally, I wasn't even exaggerating. Or being hyperbolic. Quite literally, All Might has not been relevant in terms of fighting in 300 chapters. Not even being like hyperbolic. Literally over 300 chapters since he's last fought. And honestly, he's still my favorite character. And he's done all of his most important fighting in the first 100 chapters. And he's had a lot of moments after that, but All Might is the glue for me. All Might holds this series together for me. I really enjoy him. Even when I'm able to call him out, right? Even when I'm able to be like, yo, he's a terrible teacher. Like, he's a terrible role model, if we're being honest. He's had the complete worst effect on Deku. Deku had a terrible mindset, and being with All Might, who also had a terrible mindset when it came to hero work, just bad, turning to worse. That's why Bakugo had the statement where it's just like, you can't leave those two together. All Might carried One for All. He carried One for All for 40 years, for 4 decades. And to our knowledge, All Might doesn't have a family. He has nothing. All he did was be a hero. Like, that mentality alone is terrible to pair up with Deku. So it's like, even though I can call him out on all that, he's still my favorite character through and through. I love that man. So I don't want to see him go. Even if it makes sense for him to go, I don't want him to die. I don't. I don't want him to go. It could be like he needs to die now, right? He needs to die now. He just needs to die. And it's just like, I don't want it to. I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen. I just don't. I don't want it to happen. And this one, all from being his own worst enemy yet again. This one, I can let it pass, right? All the other stuff that was happening whenever, like, we all were agreeing that all for one's being kind of stupid, and he's just being a little chatty Cathy, talking all that. It'd be like, I'll agree there. But when it comes down to All Might, if All for One, even if he has a plan in mind, if he gets blinded by the fact that All Might has always been the thorn in his side, out of every single One for All person, out of every single one, All Might has been the serious thorn. All Might took everything from him. So if he's, especially with him rewinding all this stuff and everything that's going on, if he sees All Might and then loses it, hell, I'm cool with that. I'm perfectly fine with that, because the series has done a good enough job at telling me that All Might is the reason why this man is so desperate in the first place. So now that All Might is in front of him, what did he say? I'm pretty sure he said he would love to rip him apart. Where'd he say that at? Right here. All Might, the number one roadblock in my life. A toy worth mangling more than any other. Delaying my advance to transplant employee. You know exactly how this will play out. This right here, I expect that from him, especially with the number one roadblock in my life. The man is 150 years plus. And out of everything he's experienced in his long life, he's been around since the dawn of quirks, possibly. All Might has been the number one roadblock. Seeing All Might and being like, you don't have a quirk anymore, and you're still trying to stop. I can see him. If he wants to be blind, I'm letting that slide. Letting it slide. There's gonna be some people, I'm not saying this is you, but there's gonna be some people that definitely are gonna be pointing at I'm letting that slide. Let them go at it. As long as he doesn't rip All Might in half, I'm cool. Right? As long as he doesn't rip All Might in half, I'm fine. Just don't do that. Just don't rip him in half. Right? Just, if you're gonna kill him, just make it fast. But we know he's not going to. I'm so fearful. I'm so fearful when he launches that attack, All Might tanks it. Boom. And Hercules is like, you can't do that again. Right? You can't do that again. 66% is gone. 66%. We have 34% left for shields. So I'm so afraid, because all it's going to take is one hit. If he clips All Might, it's over, because he's going to be on him. If you really want to be meta, that's what I'm saying. I know exactly I don't want that to happen. All Might's wearing an Iron Man suit, and one of Tony's most iconic deaths is getting ripped in half by Thanos. I don't want that to happen, and I can see it happening. I can see it happen. I don't want it to happen. Because all it's going to take is one. All it's going to take is one. All it's going to take is one. No. I don't need that in my life. I'm telling you, I said it already. If All Might dies, and if it really turns out as brutal as they said it, as 99 said it was, and he dies, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Absolutely. There's no way Hori lets All For One violate All Might, right? When I say violate, I mean like turn him into like hamburger meat. There's no way he lets him do that, right? There's no way he lets All For One just go crazy on All Might. I can't think about that. No. It was one thing, right? When we were thinking about this and hypothesizing what could go wrong. It's another thing to be here. We're here. We're at the moment. We are counting down to the moment of this man's death. If Hori baits and switches and All Might doesn't die, a lot of people are going to be angry, and I'm not. Because I don't want him to. I never wanted him to. I don't want him to go. If Hori doesn't want to take him from us, then don't take him. There's going to be a ton of people that'll be mad, and I'm going to be like, I get why you're mad, but I don't care. The man's still alive. I'm very serious in that. I'm not going to care if you get baited and he still lives. I'm not going to be mad. I'll die on that hill. Right? I'll die on that hill. I don't want him to go. That's just being mad, selfish, and personal. I don't care about writing. I don't care about how it should go. I don't care about none of that. Right? I don't care if it's trash writing. I don't want him to die. If he doesn't die, I wouldn't care. That's the one thing I'll just completely gloss over it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. If you want to get on, I don't care. I feel like out of anything bad that can happen in this series, that's the one thing I genuinely wouldn't care about. We would just have to talk about something else, because I'd be like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. No. I feel like Hori's been itching to brutalize somebody, though. I feel like he's been itching to do it. And anytime he gets close to doing it, someone tells him no. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like he's itching to just brutalize somebody. Like he wants someone to just get utterly destroyed so that he gets a chance to draw it. And everyone, anytime it happens or there's a chance that it could happen, someone says no. And then he has to do something else, and then my heart. My heart. Nah, if All Might dies, I might just end the video. Exactly right then and there. I might just end it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. Can't handle it. I can't. I can't. Can't handle it. This is gonna be Toshin. Dude, I don't. If that happens, bro, I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. I remember the first time I seen that, and it didn't bother me because I really didn't like Tony in the comic books. I really didn't like Tony in the comics like that. Tony was okay. I think I attached more to RDJ as Tony than the comic books himself. He's a jerk. So when it happened, I was like, damn, that's great. But that's All Might we're talking about. All Might? All Might we're talking. All Might. Bro, if that I'ma lose it. I can't keep talking about this. Movie news. Have you guys seen the movie news? Movie 4 has been confirmed, right? I'm bringing up the movie so I can change my mind. Movie 4 has been confirmed, and they released the first key art for it, and Deku is wearing his new outfit. So it's gonna be after the events of this current anime season. I don't think it's going to be like still haven't watched movie 3. It's all right. I like it. It's going. Ow, that freaking hurt. What the heck? It's going to take place after this current anime season. He gets the new suit before the start of this war, so it's in the range of the end of the last season and the battle. So it's like, matter of fact, he doesn't get the new suit until after the Aoyama stuff. No, right? Yeah, just never felt like I get that. That's me all the time. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I think it said that Hori is involved, and Hori is going to be providing another one of like his ideas that he didn't do in the manga, like what movie 2 was. So I wonder how that's gonna go. I wonder what that's gonna be. I wonder what that's gonna be. I can't wait till we get closer to it so we can get interviews and stuff from Hori, and he can tell us, oh, this was another ending I came up with, but I chose not to do it. Like what movie 2 was. Because movie 2 was supposed to be the original ending for the series, and he didn't use it. So I wonder if he's going to be like, hey, this was another ending I came up with, but it just didn't work. So here you go. I make a movie for it. It probably isn't going to be that. It's probably going to be, my guess is this movie is going to be about a part of the story he couldn't do. A part of the story that he just didn't have time to do in the manga. So it's probably going to be something like that. That's my guess. Whether it be like a small arc or something crazy. It can't be anything too crazy, right? It can't involve All For One, I don't think. It can't involve him. Maybe it could loosely involve him. I don't know what it could be. But yeah, it can't be like the first movie, where the first movie like loosely links All For One. And movie 2 links to All For One too. Movie 3 doesn't link to All For One though. I will say that. Yeah, movie 3 doesn't link to All For One. Movie 1 and movie 2 did. Because 9 was a Shigaraki experiment. And I don't remember the dude's name. The metal villain was given, I think, was it his quirk? Or was he something? Wolfram. There you go. I don't remember what he was given, but All For One put him up to what he was doing. But movie 3 was just, I don't remember that guy's name. If I think about it hard enough. Reflect? Something like that, yeah. Flecht. That's his name, Flecht, from movie 3. He wasn't connected to All For One. He just was, he had his own quirk stuff going on. So yeah, there's no timetable on when this is coming. If it's me, if it's me, it's not if it's me. This movie is gonna come out around the same time the anime is gonna be coming out. So, I'm pretty sure, since the movie is now gonna be in production, because they did not have a movie in production during last season, which is why last season consistently looked really good. If it's my guess, the star fight is gonna look amazing, right? So the first episode or 2, or the first 3 episodes, because half of episode 1 is probably going to be like a recap like they did for this past season. And then the second half is going to pick up right where we left off. And then Star should be dead by the end of the second episode, if I'm being honest. She should be gone by the end of the second episode. So those 2 episodes are going to look good. The Aoyama stuff probably isn't going to be as sharp as it could be. And the movie should be out, if not right before the first season, during the first season, the movie will come out. And then the back half of the season is what's going to look good. So it's going to be the same thing like season 5, where they clearly picked to make the class battle look really good, and they kind of skimped out on MVA except for certain spots like the Shigaraki backstory and whatnot. So it's going to be the same thing probably, where a lot of the first half of next season is going to be hit or miss, and then they're either going to pick the front half to do really good on and the back half. And my guess is they'll pick the back half, because the front half is just going to be Aoyama stuff. That's it. That's all the front half's going to be. So I can see them picking the back half, because you start fighting in the back half of the season. Not even the back half of the season. Like before the midpoint, we should be fighting or about to fight. So I wonder if it's me. Wish they would hold off on the anime until the manga is over. If it's me, what I would want them to do is, if they weren't gonna make the movie like kick off the next arc, they weren't gonna do that. Make the movie, have the movie come out in 2024. The anime is gonna be coming back in October, fall of 2024. I wouldn't bring the anime back until summer or fall of 2025. That's me. And I would make that not be 25 episodes, but as many episodes as it needed. Because right now we are in, like, if you wanted to follow the same pacing that we did for this past season, these chapters that we're in is episodes 20 to 25. Right now, I'm pretty sure this would be like episode 22 or 23. And they keep anticipating that we're at the end of My Hero. So if we're so close to the end, delay it. I would delay the anime. I would push the anime out an extra year than what we usually do. And I would just give it as many episodes as it needs until it's done. Because it's not going to be done in 25 episodes unless you cut a lot of stuff out. And it's not going to be enough to do two 25 episode seasons. So my guess would be, honestly, this is what I would do now that I'm thinking about it, because I think by the end of this year we're still not going to be done, but we're going to be I feel like by the end of this year we will be at the final battle. We're in the final arc. When I mean like at the final battle, I think final battle should just be Deku versus Shigaraki. We should be at that battle, because they said by the end of either this volume or the next volume, all of the battlefields will be we'll be ending all of the battlefields, and we'll be climaxing to the finale of My Hero, which to me means all these little side battles we got going on are going to end. So that's why we've seen the Dabi story end, the Toga stuff end, this All Might stuff's about to end. All these other side battlefields are going to end, and our final battlefield is going to be Shigaraki and Deku. And then however many chapters that takes to pan out and finish, that's what it's going to be. So I'm guessing first quarter. So by spring of next year, My Hero will be done. Definitely before summertime. Which to me is more than next season. So what I would do is I would do 25 episodes for next season. And I would end the season arriving at the final battle. It would piss people off, but that's what I would do. I would end that season. So like the end of this All Might, All for One thing, maybe one more story if you want to do Sarah or whatever, and then have that lead to Deku and Shigaraki facing off for a final season of 13 episodes, and have that be the finale of My Hero. Because it wouldn't be like the Deku fight's not going to be more than Deku versus Shigaraki is not going to be more than a volume. It's not going to be more than 10 chapters. That final fight is going to be about a volume. That would be my guess. And a volume's worth of content is in the anime, two episodes, maybe 3. maybe 3. 10 chapters worth. They were going 2.5 to 3 episodes, sometimes 3.5 episodes during the season. So that's 3 episodes, like 2 to 3 episodes, maybe 4 episodes. So I would just do 13 episodes, and I would push that season even further, because I would want the last season to look the best out of everything. Like, I don't need a movie coming out around that. This is the final season of My Hero, 13 episodes. And I would have all of Bones working on it, and we're gonna cash this thing out, and this is what we're gonna do. Now we know they're working on Vigilantes as well, so we have to also think: did Bones get Vigilantes? That I don't know. I know Vigilantes was announced, but is Bones doing it? Because we have to now add that onto their plate, and there's gonna be a whole nother team working on it, or they're gonna split the My Hero team even more to work on Vigilantes as well. So I would push it out. So if it were me, I'm doing next season 7 would start in 2025 for me. Movie would come out in 2024 by itself. Just release the movie by itself. 2025, I would do season 7. And then 2027, I would do the final season. So like 4 years from now, I would do the final season. And just roll off. And we'll just have Vigilantes in between, like those years where we don't get a My Hero season. That's what I would do. And I would have that be the best production we could have done for My Hero, the best art, the best animation, the best everything, and just roll off into the sunset with My Hero. If we don't get a part 2, right? If there's no part 2. By that time, if part 2 exists, part 2 will already be well into going on, if part 2 ever exists. But that's all I would do. I would do the final season, 13 episodes, 4 years from now. 4 years from now. It would be probably 3 years after the series finished, and I would try to make it the best My Hero season possible. We started the series off with 13 episodes. We end the series with 13 episodes, and we had 5 25 episode seasons in between. All right, I'm babbling. Have a good one. I'll see you guys. Peace out.